Hey, what's up, Game Skulls? Welcome back to the $1 Billion Grind. And today we are going to be hitting 300 million. We'll be 30% of our way through the grind. It's been a long grind so far. I think this is, what is it, episode 27? Actually, I've got it on my screen. Yeah, episode 27. So I know it hasn't gone quite as fast as we wanted it to go, but it turns out, grinding $1 billion is not, maybe not as trivial as I thought it was, even with the benefits of Cayo Perico, which, by the way, is why I have so much respect for the professional and the fact that he did his own $1 billion grind, a couple years back, and he didn't even have Cayo Perico to use during his grind. But anyways, for those of you familiar with this, you know that tonight is Monday night. It is my short stream because I have to work in a few hours. Sometimes I usually like to get started by 6, but started at 6:30 today. Just still recovering from a weekend of sleep deprivation, trying to get back on my regular sleep-wake schedule here. So we started at 6:30. Not a big deal. We still have a good hour and a half to get things done, and I think we can knock out 2 Cayos and a nightclub sale and safe collection, and probably maybe even a payphone hit, or maybe even a bunker sale, which I think should put us over 300 million. I titled this stream hitting 300 million without knowing for sure if that's exactly what's going to happen, but why don't we give it a shot? Let's go ahead and knock out the Cayo. I got one ready, so let's start off big. Let's go for the big money to begin with. Not much in the way of secondaries, but it is a pink diamond primary. Oh, hey, Pecans. How you doing, sir? Hope you had a good rest of the weekend. Mine was pretty sleep deprived, but thankfully things are looking better with the wife and family and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and hit this. And we'll go with our usual settings. Why mess with a formula that isn't broken? Time of day, daytime, because I don't like Cayo at night. And we got brownie. We got brownie mix, cocoa, and cash. That's not terrible for secondaries and pink diamond. Actually, this is going to be a pretty good. I take that back. This is going to be a pretty good heist, actually. Pretty good value here. Let's see what happens here. Gotta unrushed my hands a little bit here. I didn't play like the last day or so hopefully I can stay precise as we get out on the island here. Actually at the hospital yesterday. Dropped a nail gun on my... Ow, man. Ow. Did you break anything? Did you, hopefully just bruised or something? Dude, man. That sounds painful. That sounds very, very painful. I'm sensitive about dropping things like on my feet, and I don't know how much a nail gun weighs, really. I don't really do that kind of work, but... Oh, I gotta turn off my large radar too. Take this guy out while I still can. There we go. Display. Expanded radar off. Alright. Like I said, I was gonna grab the brownie mix here, then I'm gonna cross over and grab the cocoa and the cash, and that should fill my bag. So, I forget there's a delay, so maybe you're typing a response, but I'm curious, did you end up breaking anything from that? That sounds, if it was bad enough to go to the hospital, it must have been pretty serious. I don't know if you saw my message on the other video in comments, but I spent like most of Saturday at the hospital myself for my wife's father. And I ended up being pretty sleep deprived the last couple of days. Let's go here. Didn't break anything, just hurt really bad and wanted to get it checked out. Oh, well, that's good then. I mean, not good that it hurt really bad, that you needed to go to the hospital, or that you dropped a... Obviously, that's not good, but good that you didn't break anything. That just... Whoa. I don't like dropping things on my feet. I stubbed my little toe really, really badly back around Christmas time, and I swear still to this day, if I like tap it the wrong way, it still hurts pretty bad. I chalk that more up to getting old, though, which is not an issue for you, but it's never fun to drop anything on your foot. That is some of the most painful crap you will ever go through, even if it doesn't break. So this guy is about ready. Here we go. Get rid of the cams. My dad dropped an axe on his foot back in 1990 and almost lost it. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's not good stuff. Well, I mean, almost lost the foot. Did like the blade hit it, or did just the weight of the axe like crush the bone underneath? I guess it could go either way. But again, nobody likes chopping anything on their foot. But man, you guys, I can't claim to have ever lost my foot, or almost. I can't claim to have ever almost lost my foot from dropping anything on it. Just mostly pain, you know. I don't think I've ever broken it either. I have broken toes, but I've never broken like the foot bone itself. The blade cut into his foot. Oh, jeez. Wow. Well, I guess my toe stubbing doesn't seem like such a big deal when you put it into perspective. It's probably not much of a big deal even compared to your nail gun incident, but dang, man. So actually the secondaries here were actually really good. Really the most you can get from the secondaries is like 450, and we're just under 420, so we're only about 30 grand shy of the max. We'll see what the office safe looks like, and then hopefully we can get the pink time and get out of here. I watched something very interesting over the weekend. I was... actually, that's... interesting is maybe not the right term. Maybe not the right word to use. Disturbing is all get out. Might be a better way of putting it. They released the new season of The Boys. And I don't know, is that on Amazon Prime? What am I even watching? I don't even know which streaming service we have like so many. It's like we've got Netflix, we've got Amazon Prime, we've got HBO Max, we've got Peacock. Well, I guess Peacock is... No, it's not free either. We do pay for that. So I'm not sure which service it's on, whatever. I think it's Amazon that has The Boys, though. And there were 3 absolutely, like, mind-numbingly disturbing scenes that I've seen in that show over the weekend. The number one disturbing scene I'm not going to go into detail on because I don't think it's even really safe for me to describe in a YouTube video. Let's see what we got. Only broken one bone when I was 5. Sister pulled off bed, broke collarbone. Ugh. Dude, collarbone breaks are like career ending for athletes. Like there's football players and wrestlers who've broken their collarbone and never came back from it. That's like one of the worst bones in the world to break. Well, I guess I'm glad that the only thing I've ever really broken is a toe. I've never broken anything else. But yeah, watching these new episodes, season 3 of The Boys, man, that show is twisted. I mean, it's got some twisted stuff going on in it. And I'll say, counting down from most disturbing to least disturbing, number 4 would be when the Deep was having relations with this girl, and he looks up at this octopus in a tank, and the octopus and him are having some weird, like, I don't know, connection of their own during the act, and it was highly disturbing. The next one would be, there was a girl who was considering jumping off of a building to, it was just like a civilian girl, and Homelander comes to save her, and right as he's going to save her, it comes on the news that the girl that Homelander likes, Stormfront, kills herself, and so he changes his mind, and instead of saving her, he forces this girl to jump off, and she's like, at the end, she doesn't want to jump, she's like crying, and he forces her to jump instead, killing her, which is just twisted since he's supposed to be a superhero. Which brings us to number 2, if we're counting down, which is no, the number 2 would be that same octopus. They're bringing the Deep back into the 7, and Homelander is giving a dinner for the Deep as celebration, and he forces the Deep to eat that octopus that the Deep is friends with, and it's an absolutely horrible scene. I'd call that number 2, and then just quickly down to number 1. I'm not going to describe all the details of this. Let's just say there is a soup called the Termite. This is in the very first episode of season 3. And he is able to shrink himself down very low, and he engages in some very questionable behavior. And while inside somebody else, he accidentally sneezes and comes back to full size and absolutely obliterates that person. So very, very twisted stuff. What does my wife think about me playing video games? Ha! That's it's a bit of a loaded question, actually. She's all right with it. I mean, hold on, let me do the fingerprint thing here. She doesn't have any real problem with it. She's pretty cool with it. She does like the streaming stuff and the YouTube stuff, although she doesn't like it when I talk about it too much. I can tend to ramble on about YouTube and this and that, and she's not a big fan of that. She certainly doesn't watch me play the games or anything like that, and she doesn't like playing the games herself. Like, I tried to get her to play GTA. All I did was have her just like drive a car down the road, and she absolutely could not stand it. She's not a modern 3D gamer. She used to be, when we were younger, she was actually really good at like Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that on like the original Nintendo. But modern games, like in a 3D world, open world, stuff like that, she feels like dizzy and disoriented when she plays it. She doesn't like it, really can't get the grasp of it. So but as far as how she feels about me playing video games, and I take it the direction of that is 50-year-old guy playing video games. Well, we all have our hobbies. I liken my video gaming to anyone else going and playing golf. I mean, what do wives think about their husbands going and playing golf? I mean, you're playing a game, whether it's on a screen or on a field. It's still just playing a game either way. So, but she doesn't have any real problem with it. She's pretty cool about it. She just isn't that interested in it. Donald Wiener. Good evening, sir. Hope all is well. Well, thank you very much, sir. Good evening yourself. I hope all is well with you as well. Let me pop this guy real quick. Boom. Grab his motorcycle. And things are going well, actually. We're getting caught back up on sleep after a rather sleep-deprived weekend. And thankfully for right now, my wife's father, who is the reason for the sleep deprivation, he had a little incident in the hospital. He's doing much better, I believe. So, in fact, the wife is off visiting him right now. And so, all right, this is a pretty good take. We're at 1.93. I want to say once we pay all the fees and get the we get the Elite Challenge bonus. I want to say this is going to come in around like 1.8 million. Once Upon a Time in America. I know the title. You know, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I haven't seen it, but for some reason I think maybe I've seen parts of it. Who is in it? What is it about? Like, I'd have to look it up, and I kind of can't right now. But Once Upon a Time in America, I know that title. All right, what do we got here? I think we should definitely have the Elite Challenge here. I'm hoping. Oh, look at that! Yeah, it's going to be 1.8 million once we get the Elite Challenge, because we're at 1.7 already. That was the actual take. Fellow old fart, sleep is important. Glad all that is better. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got some decent sleep today. I'm a night shifter, so I'm like up all night. I usually sleep from around like, I don't know, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.-ish, basically. So finally getting back into it. Robert De Niro, crime drama. Oh my gosh. I want to say I have seen it, but I can't. I'm drawing a blank on what it was about. I've seen Robert De Niro in a lot of movies, though. Once Upon a Time in America. And obviously it was from 84, so those were my teen years, but I probably wouldn't have seen it then. I probably would have seen it later on, like as an adult, when we're looking for a movie on Friday night, probably rented it or something like that. $1.8 million, guys. This is going to be nice. We're going to be close to that 300 million here. So Pecans, were there some like disturbing scenes in that movie too then? Because I know I was talking about disturbing scenes in The Boys. Four hours long. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah, maybe I haven't seen that one then. I don't remember ever seeing a 4-hour long movie. I think longest one I've ever watched is probably The Godfathers. Those are really long, aren't they? I know there's intermission in the first one. Incidentally, isn't Robert De Niro in Godfather 2 also? He plays the young Vito. Take out the trash. No problem, sir. No problem. You do what you got to do. And all right, let's see where we're at. I'm gonna grab all the cash from the safes, and grab all the cash from the safes and go to the nightclub. I don't think I have a real big nightclub sale, but by the time we add all the cash, and but if we do a bunker sale and a payphone hit as well, then by the time we do another Cayo, that should throw us up over the 300 million mark, I think. Yorick. Stream on the background while playing Apex. No problem, Yorick, buddy. Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you in here. I know this is not a great time for you. I wonder if the younger ones know what an intermission is. I think so, because everyone still like schools and stuff still do plays. I know you're joking, but schools and stuff still do plays, and they tend to have intermissions like between the acts and stuff. It's a funny comment though. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, York. I was kind of surprised. I'm thinking it's Monday night. Didn't want to pry, but I was kind of wondering what brought you on today. This is actually my short stream. I will only stream till around 8 o'clock. It's around 6:50 my time right now. Actually, I don't know if you guys are looking on a phone or on a monitor, but in my cam window, I actually have my local like date and time on it. So tonight is my shortest stream, but we should still have plenty of time to hit the 300 million, I think. So we're pretty close here. What holiday is over there? Mr. 5. Sorry, not been on lately. Been pleading with Microsoft to find out what happened to my account, but they are assuring me they can't do anything. Yeah, and buddy, I don't know if you saw. Hey, Mr. 5, thanks for joining. I don't know if you saw in the stream from the other week. I went and looked. In fact, I'll do it right here. If I look on my friends list in Xbox, let me pull this up here. Hey, Creeper's online, guys. Oh, he's playing GTA too, but he's playing the older version. How do I see my darn list of friends? Do I just click here? Here, yeah, Mr. 5, your account isn't like gone. Like you're still listed as a friend here in Xbox, so your account is still there. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with it or why you can't access it. I can't believe Microsoft is not helping you. That's insane, man. Yorick, I don't know if you heard that from the stream the other week, but Mr. 5, he just got restarted in the game on the new version and stuff, and his Microsoft account went bye-bye. He suddenly can't log into it. It's like it doesn't exist. Some Belgian day, not even sure what it is. Nice, Yorick. Well, at least you get the day off work, right, buddy? That's awesome. I'm just curious why you never visit the airfield during the finale. Because I think it's more efficient to run to North Dock. And I understand that I'd probably increase my chances of getting more cocoa if I did the airfield. That is true, but I want to keep that time. Basically, it comes down to numbers. The difference between like all cocoa and all cash in secondary targets is actually not all that great. I want to say it's like $100-some thousand total difference. But the Elite Challenge bonus is $100,000 anyways. And I feel like if I went to the airfield, the time that I'll spend like in boats going between there and the compound is going to put my Elite Challenge at risk. So I'd rather just take that 100,000 bonus from the Elite Challenge and then just take whatever's at North Dock, be it cash or cocoa or brownie mix or whatever, and just accept it. You know what I mean? But yeah, you are right. If I went to the airfield, there are a number of like secondary targets there, and I could increase my chances of getting all cocoa. You are right about that. If I'm assuming that's what you're driving at, the fact that I miss out on that chance. But that is why, mostly for time constraints. It's pretty odd. Not sure what could have happened, Mr. 5. You should play an older GTA like GTA 4. I really like GTA 4, Pecans. You're right about that. That is a fun game. Made a new account, have to restart. Used to have a $4 million starter. Yeah, that sucks, Mr. 5. It sounds like they're not going to be able to get you back. Make sure to shoot me a friend request when you get that set up, man. By the way, let's see what kind of sale do we have here. Yeah, it's not much. It's only like 500,000 here too. But let's go ahead and sell it and get it out, and then we can get back to a Cayo because the cooldown will probably finish up then. Zephyr, how you doing, buddy? Hope everything's going well.
Well, how about this?
Been doing Cayo. Well, that's the way to do it, man. I got a little bit of money too. We're gonna see here. I'm gonna finish this nightclub sale, and I'm gonna see where my total is at. Actually, I want my large radar as long as I'm tooling around in free roam, There we go. Spent around 30 million buying stuff today. Nice. And I've got to build up my car collection on this character. I don't have on my Xbox One account. I had like all the cars that I want for racing, but on this one I don't have them all. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna have to spend, but it's probably pretty significant. You know what? I'm going to... I guess I'm going to follow the... I'm looking at the radar trying to figure out where this drop is because I don't recognize it. Oh, it's 3 different drops. Oh, is this going to be the one where I have to go meet the seller at the end probably? Yeah, it's probably what this is going to be. All right, I am familiar with this sale. Man, I'm driving like crap here, though. Should I buy... How you been? It's been a while for a stream. I've been good, man. Just I've had some real life stuff interfering with my ability to play the game, so I'm not as far along on the grind as I wanted to be at this point. And I'm a little sleep deprived from this past weekend, but I am getting it back. I got pretty decent sleep this past day. But I'm doing well. I'm doing well, man. How are you doing? I hope everything's going good. Should I buy all the drug businesses? Well, I buy, for me personally, the 3 MC businesses that are worth the most are Coco, and then also counterfeit cash or funny money, and then Blue Sky or the meth business. And the reason for those 3 is because I like to have them gathering from the nightclub. I don't actually really do the MC businesses themselves. Like, I don't do the sell missions from them because they're so god awful, especially like the post-op truck mission. I seem to get that more than anything else. York's heard me complain about that in the past. I seem to get that post-op mission over and over and over again, and it drives me insane. I get really grumpy because it's such a horrible mission. But those 3 MC businesses are very important to have for your nightclub so that you can get that product building up in the nightclub. As far as doing the MC businesses yourself, like actively doing them, you know, like buying supplies and going and doing the sell missions, I don't really do that. I don't like that. Their sell missions are too annoying and time consuming and not really worth it to me. But it is good to have those 3 for the nightclub at least. So that's my take on it. It's definitely a personal choice kind of thing, you know, your personal preference kind of thing. And these guys are hot on my tail. You know, I've got mines, like I can drop prox mines out of this truck. I don't have to worry about those guys that much. I don't know. I always forget about that. I always just like focus on getting away from them. Where is the 3rd drop? This 3rd drop is probably going to be up by my MC club, I think. Up in, whatever, Sandy Shores area. Okay, hold on a second. Great Chaparral, I think, is my MC club is called. Whoops, and I'm crashing right in, and this guy is still coming up behind me, although he's having some trouble judging by the radar. Again. I honestly don't play GTA anymore. Been grinding gamer score. I'm almost to 1 mil. I only play when the 2x money is good. I haven't bought is the boat for Cayo. Wow, you bought a ton of stuff, man. But then again, a $30 million spending spree. It is Mockley XB. Actually, give me 1 second, Mr. 5. I'll actually put it up on the screen. I just need to... I've got this guy on my butt, and I've got to make this delivery. Hold on. I shouldn't have dropped that mine because it looks like he got stuck there. Well, maybe he'll come up and get it. Hopefully. There he is. Yep, got him. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Donald. You're talking about this van, the way I did it in matte black with the armor on it and stuff. Yeah, I'm a fan for any kind of armored vehicle. I'm a fan of matte black usually for the look of it. It just looks cool, looks tough, looks rugged. You know, like it can take a beating and keep on moving. And this thing definitely can. I'm a fan of like dark muted colors and stuff like that. Oof. I almost put this thing down there and that would have sucked. I'm not sure if it could have gotten back out. Have you played Vice City? I have, back on the original Xbox. Like, this is back around like 2002, I want to say. When I was a young man of only 30. I really liked it too. I liked GTA 3 and I liked Vice City. You know, funny thing, I know that San Andreas was like the most popular of the GTAs of that era, that whole GTA 3 era. But for some reason, I never played San Andreas. I just didn't, and that might be one I might do a playthrough on sometime, just to see what it's about. I don't know. I wasn't really impressed with the whole definitive edition stuff that they released last year, though. Actually, what? Hold on, I'm gonna use a compact grenade launcher, I guess. Just take these guys out as they pull up. This is another example of like some of the annoying stuff in Rockstar missions. They have a tendency to spread these guys out and make you basically stand and wait for them. I'm gonna miss him, aren't I? Yeah, I am. There we go. Got him that time. I've sent the friend request. Okay, good. Good. No, that's cool, man. I will definitely accept that when I get to a position to be able to look at it here. Hold on. And yeah, don't worry, man. We'll get your new character up, man. We'll get him up and running. We'll. I'm definitely going to start doing more free roam stuff on Friday. And if people want to come in and play in session, we'll get some of your stuff going too. I'm not going to only grind all the time. Oh boy, here we go. All right, I think this is the last wave. We'll see in a minute. He should be here in a minute. You know, I wish this girl would... Okay, good. She is staying fairly well hidden. Sometimes she steps out and gets herself shot, and I'm supposed to be protecting her, and it's annoying because then I pay the price if she gets hurt. Of course, there was the one infamous time that I accidentally ran her over coming in hot to the site, and I ended up killing her. And I didn't know what would happen if that. I kind of always assumed that if the seller gets killed, that you lose. Maybe you don't get the money or something. But as it turns out, you just get docked a little bit of money. So if you kill the seller in this mission, you'll basically get a text message from the actual buyer saying, you know, we're disappointed and we're docking you X amount of money for not protecting my associate. And that's all that really happens. But it was kind of funny when that did happen. My jaw hit the ground when I ran her over. I was like, oh, no! Because I figured I lost all the money from the sale, but that didn't end up being the case. So, all right. Tony, we got the money. All right, good deal. And let's... Oh, Martin. Go away, Mr. Madrazo. I do not wish to speak with you. So, all right. Did we get a text yet from Pavel saying things are looking good? Yes, we did. Okay, so Cayo cooldown is done. And my guy is like sliding down a mountain while I'm looking at that. Backwards, no less. And so our money, where are we at now? Are we at 300 yet? No, we're at 299.2 million. So there we go. $299.2 million, almost 0.3. One more Cayo, and we are over the 300 million mark, guys. So let's jump to Kasaka. I haven't done that, so... Oh, Zephy, because I did a sale kind of late yesterday, and it didn't build up much since then, and I had a glitched out engineer that I found, and so I had to like restart it, so they didn't build up the product very well. So that was why. 200 more. Haven't done that sell in a minute. It's at least a year. And I've sold a lot. Yeah, I do the nightclub sales pretty much every day, Donald. I AFK grind in my security cameras so the product builds up when I'm not playing. And I usually... It was actually a very small sale today for nightclub. It's usually about $1 million. But because of the engineer glitched out and stuff like that from yesterday, it ended up not being as big today. But that's okay. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be back to normal. 200 more, you'll be at 500,000. 4, you'll be at 900. Yeah. I originally thought I would finish this by like the end of August, but I don't think it'll be quite that fast anymore. I underestimated maybe the length of time it takes to grind that amount of money, even with Cayo. And Cayo helps a lot. It's basically the main. Cayo Perico is definitely like the main component. Actually, before I do this, I'm trying to avoid the infinite loading screen glitch that comes with the gather intel mission. So I'm going to step out. I don't know if this will help me or not. It seems to usually, but I've seen now once or twice where it didn't help. So, but I step out here for a minute, just kind of make sure I'm out in the map, and then I step back in the Kasaka, and then I launch it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically what happens is I'll do this whole gather intel mission. I'll get the plane. I'll fly it all the way across the map. I'll fly into the trigger point, and then where it's supposed to take you to Cayo, I'll get stuck on a loading screen, a black screen with the little swirly thing in the corner, and it won't take me to Cayo, and I'll be stuck there permanently, and I have to basically exit the game and restart. And that's a glitch that came into this game with the expanded and enhanced version, and so far the only thing that seems to help is stepping out of the Kasaka and back in before I launch it. So hopefully we won't get it. We'll see. Good old Rockstar, So where are we at? Polito? Yeah. And I should probably change my radar down to not the extended view, because I'm going to need to be able to see vision cones on the guards when I get to Cayo. I'll tell you, that's why I have so much respect for the professional, and the fact that he grinded $1 billion without Cayo Perico. He did it. Oh man, he sold so many crates. And I complain about the Cayo Perico glitch, like for this mission. It does annoy me. But he, with his crate sales, was always dealing with that Titan glitch, which he did a rant video the other week that was absolutely fantastic, where he points out the fact that the Titan glitch for crate sales still exists even today. And in 6 years, they haven't fixed it. Blows my mind, the stuff that they will leave in the game, and then the stuff that they will prioritize to fix, which seems so out of sync with what would be good for the gamers, for the customers. I think we all know what their priority is with that and why. I think it's safe to say with Rockstar that if the bug or glitch in question is game-breaking in the sense that it prevents you from being able to play the content in a way that earns money in-game, well, then fixing it is not important. If the bug or glitch is something that doesn't help you earn any money, but for whatever reason, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm saying that right. Basically, if the glitch prevents you from earning money legitimately, then there's no reason to fix it. If the glitch in any way helps you to earn money in a way that you shouldn't be able to, well, then it must be fixed immediately, because shark cards. Although there are reasons for taking out the duffel bag mission from the MC businesses was really pretty weak. They said it was glitched, and what was the glitch? The glitch was, and if you're not familiar with the duffel bag mission that came out originally with the MC businesses, what it was you go to do a sell, and it puts all the product in a duffel bag that appears on your back, and then you can take any vehicle you want, like any of your own vehicles, and you can go and do the sale. And it's really easy and really fun, and boom, you're done. Well, some people found there was something you could do that after you're done with the mission, you'd be back in free roam, and your character would still have the duffel bag on its back. So it was entirely a graphical glitch. Literally, the glitch was you could graphically have a duffel bag on your back. And Rockstar said, well, this mission is glitched and we can't fix it. The issue that exists is not fixable because of the way it's coded. So our only choice is to remove this cell mission from the game. Okay. Well, 6 years later, the Titan bug, or as Donald mentioned, the Cuban glitch, because it actually happens. It's kind of the same thing. You have drops you have to make. You get 3 or 4 of them done, and then it doesn't work anymore. Like, you fly into the drop spots and you drop, and that's what the glitch is. It's game breaking. You have to basically end the game. You end up losing, I think, 3 crates or something, and then you have to restart. You have to get those crates again, and then start selling and hopefully get a different cell mission, or hopefully even if you get the Titan or the Cuban mission again, hopefully it doesn't glitch out this time. 6 years later, they've not seen fit to fix that, and I guess the question becomes, well, Rockstar, if you're unable to fix it and it's glitched, by your own logic, shouldn't you be removing it from the game? I mean, you removed the duffel bag mission because people could wear a duffel bag in free roam, but you're not going to remove the Cuban or the Titan sales, even though it's got a game-breaking glitch that prevents you from being able to complete the sale. Really? But yeah. Again, we we could rage about that for hours, man. There's a whole bunch of examples of Rockstar engaging in that kind of, that kind of selective, we'll fix this, we won't fix that, and it's always geared toward whatever hurts your ability to earn money in game the most. Is what seems to drive their decisions. I have the Sparrow. Nice, Zephy. That's the Sparrow is absolutely imperative for doing Cayo Perico, at least in my opinion. I mean, you can do Cayo without the Sparrow, obviously, but it makes it so much easier to be able to just jump in that thing and get out there. Mr. 5, I need to aim to make around 15 to 20 million per week. Do you have that kind of time? Zeph, you can get Cayo done in half an hour. Well, you are faster than me, sir. I think my best time, maybe 37 minutes. I can't even remember anymore. It's because I never really speedrun it. Let's say my best time is around like 40-some minutes, 45 minutes. But I usually take anywhere from 50 minutes to an hour to do it, pretty much. 45 minutes to 55 minutes, probably on average. 45 is a really good run for me. I know Beats Down Gaming can do it, like, he has a video up where he does it in like 27 minutes or something like that. Mr. 5, no, not really. I assume you mean no, not really. You don't have the time. Guys, speaking of glitches, are you seeing this? This is what I'm talking about. We are in the infinite loading screen glitch. So I grabbed that Velum, that plane. I flew it all the way across the map in slow motion. I went into the trigger point for Cayo. And here we are. This will never take me to Cayo at this point. We'll be stuck at the screen forever. And my only choice is... Whoops. Well, not to turn off the console, but to end the game. So I have to quit, and I have to redo that mission now. And you know why I'm out here, though, Mr. 5? Elite 5. I like it. There you go. Thank you, sir, for the friend request. I appreciate that. And let's get back in the game and get back. I'm gonna try to catch up to you. Oh, you'll do it. I'm not really that fast. But anyway, guys, see that, man? That's what I'm talking about. And you know that they will never fix that, right? That infinite loading glitch that we just hit. They're never gonna fix that because the only thing it does is it prevents me from being able to earn money in game and delays me, and I just have to restart. In the version, because this is expanded and enhanced, obviously, in the last version, there was a different bug that was very similar. When you flew into the trigger point, it would disappear. It would not take you to a loading screen, but you'd be stuck in free mode in the Vellum, just flying around, and you could never get to Cayo that way either. But for that one, at least there was a workaround. You could put your landing gear down, and if your landing gear was down when you flew into the trigger point, that 100% of the time that fixed it so that you didn't hit that glitch. But with this glitch, landing gear doesn't help, and obviously stepping out of my Kasaka and back in doesn't help. It's bad news. And you know they're never going to fix that, right? Yeah, this is their brand new version of the game. This version of the game literally just came out 2 months ago, and you've already got this game-breaking bug in it, and I'm sure it's not going to get any attention. Frustrating. It makes me sad because these guys were seriously one of the greatest gaming companies ever. And this is, in my opinion, one of the best games ever made. It's just little stuff like this kind of brings you down, you know? Ruins the experience. But, chin up. We got to do it. So let's get back to the grind. Gather intel. By GTA being out next year, I assume you mean GTA 6. No, I don't think so. I don't think it'll be out next year. I think it's going to be a few years away still. They haven't released a single thing about it so far. At least it's the nearer one for Grapeseed here. Speaking of GTA 6, I'm a fan. There's another YouTuber out there. I don't know if you watch GTA content, you're probably familiar with the name. His name is Dark Viper AU. I think he's Australian. I'm assuming that's what the AU stands for. And he did a really interesting series of completing GTA 5 story mode as a pacifist. So he basically completed the entire story mode without ever actively like killing anyone in from his character. And you may wonder, well, how could you possibly do that? Because there's missions where you have to take people out. He was very ingenious about it, and it was a lengthy process. I mean, it's a whole lot of videos if you watch the whole thing. Anyways, you mentioned GTA 6. He posted something a couple days ago that said, my reaction to the GTA 6 trailer. And now, because he's not a clickbaiter, and he all of his content is pretty legit. I got excited for a minute. I really did. I was like, wait, what? Did I miss something? Did they release a trailer? Seriously? And so I watched it, and he was kidding. There wasn't really a GTA 6 trailer. He was talking about someone in his chat during his live stream that was trying to troll him, asking for his reaction to the GTA 6 trailer. Anyways, it's funny you mentioned that because I just saw that video last night, and it actually fooled me. I hate you, Dark Viper. Actually, I like his content. He's got some really good stuff. Ooh, that came really close to that plane, didn't it? I got lucky there. You can blow up this plane and ruin the mission. I've done it. All right, here we go. Oh. Let's see. Do I think GTA might die out next year because they're getting bored? I've been thinking that every year for like 5 years now. So, but it never seems to happen. They still seem to top all the lists, for best sales. I also feel like now that they're into this new expanded and enhanced edition, despite the fact that they, won't even fix a simple bug like going to Cayo, like we just saw here. I do think that it opens up a lot of room for expansion in the game for additional content. It's always been my opinion that GTA Online, in a sense, is like an MMORPG. A really poorly done, in some ways, MMORPG, but an MMORPG nonetheless. And I think that if they made some changes, they could really do a lot more with it. They could add a lot more to the game, and they could keep it fresh. I mean, how long has World of Warcraft lasted? How long has EVE Online lasted? All these games that have been out since the early 2000s, and they're still going strong, and they still and yeah, they're not at their peaks anymore. Obviously, there is a life cycle, but it is possible, I think, for a game to build up a permanent following that will always play it and remain profitable over time if you give it enough updates, and if those updates are the right updates. And my hope was, with this new expanded and enhanced edition and bringing it into the new generation of consoles, that would open up the possibilities for Rockstar to really create some amazing advances in the game and keep it fresh and keep it alive. However, having said all that, my faith in Rockstar is at an all-time low because of the crap that they've been releasing and the decisions they've been making. So whether or not they will expand the game the way it needs to be expanded, and whether or not they will keep their audience interested, remains to be seen. I wish the best. I would also really like a GTA 6, I guess. I know I've said in the past, I'm not sure there ever will be a GTA 6. They might just turn this into their permanent game and then try to make really regular big updates to it to keep it fresh. That would be another direction they could go. But I don't know. And of course, there's no way to know what they're going to do because they don't freaking talk to anybody. They never ever release anything. They never ever share any information. They're like the least communicative gaming company I've ever seen. I mean, how long have we known about Starfield at this point? We know it's going to hit. We know it got delayed to next year now. But from Rockstar, you don't hear a thing. You don't hear a thing until like the very last minute about anything. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they're going. Los Santos better than my hometown. That's how this game's been out. I said something similar actually in one of my streams last week. I feel like I know this. I know the streets and I know the map in this game better than I know the real world around my house because I've spent so much time in it over the years. I know exactly what you mean. They have to rebuild the foundation of the game. Yeah, they would have to do that. And I'll tell you what else they need to do. They need to host the game world on their servers rather than this peer-to-peer crap that they have us doing. Right now, the only thing they host on their servers is your character information. So you've got this weird three-way communication when you're in this game. You're getting your character info from their servers, and of course, the actual session is being hosted on one of the players in the lobby. They're actually the server for the session. If they would host the session on their servers, that would immediately alleviate so many problems in the game. PC would become playable. Why? Because it eliminates most of what makes modding possible. And let's face it, if you've ever tried to play this game on PC, man, forget about it. It's so broken, you can't play it on PC. Not if you're serious about doing anything. The modding is just so out of control. I hate Cayo at night. I can never see anything. I'm old and blind. All right, here we go. I kind of see where I'm going now. But not only that, not only would that take care of like 99% of the modding problem if they were to host the sessions on their own servers, but also they would open up the door to much more advanced expansions, like real free mode map expansions, real increased number of players on a map, over 30, more than 30 in a single session. Maybe the ability to run certain things more than just once. Like right now, if someone's running a VIP job, nobody else in the session can run that. Well, maybe if they were hosting it on their servers, they could find a way to allow that so that multiple people can do their stuff without having to wait for others, that sort of thing. So I just think if they did it that way, they could do so much more with this game. But I can talk about that till I'm blue in the face. I kind of don't believe they'll ever do it. I think they just don't have the vision, or they don't have the interest or the motivation or whatever it is. Right now, they seem to be on a path of least resistance. Basically, do as little as they absolutely have to in order to make the most amount of money. Seems to be their MO at this point. Versus 10 years ago when they were one of the hardest working companies in the industry and produced some of the greatest games we've ever seen. And some of the most innovative games. Games we're still playing 10 years later. I gotta get out of this guy's vision cone. I hate when I've got 3 targets and this guy's coming back. Love that insight. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, they do need real actual competition. That is something else that I've actually said on a previous stream was, if there was ever a time for another gaming company to step up and take away the throne from Rockstar for open world games, this is as prime of a time as they've ever had. So many people are so disillusioned and unhappy with what Rockstar has been doing the last few years. The blatantly obvious money grabs that they've been making with very little effort. This is a prime time for some other new up-and-coming hungry gaming company to just make an absolute killer game and take away most of their player base, and they would have no one to blame but themselves. Now, I need to go back across the other side of my motorcycle, but I think I need to wait for this guy to walk by. And hey, we got Coco both on this side, which is great for when I do the heist, because I won't have to cross the water during the heist now. Let's get back to the motorcycle here. Free Jello. Yeah, yeah, Donald, I've got some pretty strong opinions about it. I do. But you know, I'm passionate about this game. This game has given me a lot of entertainment over the years. It is probably my favorite game of all time. And that's saying something, because there are other games that I've spent a lot of time playing as well. It kind of kills me to see a company that just created such great things, and the way they're acting today is just so, and it's not like they're, you know, if they were hurting financially, I could kind of see it a little more, but I don't think that's the case, man. And I look at how many people have abandoned their company, like the founders and stuff, and oh no, can I keep it? Yeah, I kept it. Woo! I almost fell into the water there. That's always fun. But yeah, it just, I guess I do preach because I feel strongly about it, because these guys, man, I've been such a fan of what they've built. But now lately it just seems like it's all over with, and I'm afraid that the golden age of them is like over with. Get through here, man. I hate Cayo at night. I can't see anything. You know, the other thing too is when you're streaming like this, you know, and I'm on cam today. I figured I had been a little lazy about that the last week or so. I didn't go on cam, and I said it's mostly because I don't want to set up the lights. So when I'm sitting in here in the dark with these lights like in my face, and I'm trying to look at this dark screen when it's Cayo at night, like my old eyes have trouble seeing stuff, and so I fall off the motorcycle a lot. Amazingly, I got through without falling off this time. So, okay, yep, actually it's going to be straight ahead, straight across for all 3 for this one. I know my maths. Be nice if Rockstar hosted special events for the community like they did with Halloween last year with the UFOs. Yeah, that was kind of cool, the UFO thing. Although I was a little disappointed that like you couldn't do much more with it. And also, here's the other thing too. This is something that just for me was bothering me. You know, I'm a grinder. So it really annoyed me during the Halloween event last year when I'm trying to fly my stuff through the city because I'm doing my grind. Hey, it's going to be bearer bonds, by the way, which is awesome given we've got such great secondaries. And those UFOs would like kill my helicopter or kill my helicopter, or they'd kill my oppressor, and I'd fall out of the sky, and it was interfering with my grind, which was actually kind of annoying me. But despite that, I did appreciate the effort, and it did look pretty cool. Like if you remember, like the weird orange skies and all the storms and stuff during the Halloween event, that was really cool looking. It really was. I give them credit for that. And it sucks because these games are truly masterpieces. Online, not so much, but if it's there, they chose to dip into those billions they made. Yeah, you said it exactly, Donald. They are capable of making such masterpieces, or at least they were 10 years ago. I guess even 5 years ago, because you figure, when did RDR2 come out? That was a masterpiece, at least the standalone game, not Red Dead Online. No, that was a hot pile of trash. But Red Dead Redemption 2, the story mode, was absolutely phenomenal. One of the best open world solo player games ever made. And that was just, 5 years ago? I guess it was 4 years ago, because it was 2018. It was fall of 2018. It's not even 4 years ago yet. So 5 years ago right now, they were in heavy development on that. So they were capable of it then. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I mean, what the heck was that definitive edition thing last year? What was that? That was just terrible, man. Terrible. It was so weak. It was not and the fact that they go after, there's people who have released like graphically modded versions of those classic games, like really like awesome looking. They brought like San Andreas into the Rage engine or whatever, or into the Unreal engine, maybe that's what it was. And Rockstar went after those people and shut them down. And even though they weren't even making money, they were just doing it for fun. But Rockstar basically gave them cease and desist and said, "No, you're not doing this." And then they proceeded to release their own updated version of the game that was nowhere near as good as what the individual hobbyists were doing. It's not a good look, man. It's really not a good look for them. But whatever. It's easy for me to sit here and criticize. I'm not the one that has to create the games. But yeah, I think you know where I'm going, though. I think you know what I mean by all that and how I feel. I think we all feel that way. I think we're all fans of this game, and I think we all wish that they could somehow recapture that magic from 7-8 years ago and really bring it back. The definitive edition, yeah, absolute crap. Mr. Five, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why I agree. I mean, I shred them, but here I am doing what? Playing their game. Because it is still the best game ever made. It's just frustrating because I know they could do better with it. Let's see, cry MHG up for life, son. I don't know what that means, like, at all. Remember, you're talking to a 50-year-old guy, so you can't use like this newfangled teen speak with me. I need words. All right. Well, at least we didn't have to deal with the Merryweather mission for the weapon loadouts fronts. Although, man, I can't land this Sparrow to save my life. I like the Sparrow. But I also don't like the Sparrow. I have trouble controlling it, especially like right here, like when I'm trying to like put it down on the roof. I feel like it gets away from me. It like sways from side to side way more than the Buzzard ever does. So AP pistol. I'm gonna try to stealth our way through this here. What is MHG? You guys have lost me. I don't know what it is. Is that like a soccer team or something? All right. 78, 29, 37. You guys will probably see it before me. Actually, it was right in the middle that time, so it was easy. Now, I got to be careful once I exit here. I've recently a few times made the mistake of going to the ground instead of back to the roof where my helicopter is. It's just a matter of like pushing the D-pad the wrong direction. Always push left here to go to the roof. If you push to the right, you're going to wind up on the ground in the middle of a bunch of guys with machine guns. And it doesn't end well for me when that happens. A tryhard. One of those session griefers. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I've never seen them before. Unfortunately for them, if they are that, unfortunately for them, I am impervious to them because of my firewall. But all right, guys, I think we're going to be able to knock this out in time. I know I normally say I end the stream at 8. We've got like 25 minutes. So I got to buckle down and nail this out. Actually, thankfully, it is the bearer bonds. And I want to say that the safe code mission is quicker and easier to do than the plasma cutter mission. If the primary target were in the glass case, we'd be doing the plasma cutter. But since it's in the safe, we won't be doing that mission. But instead, we'll be going to the casino for the safe code. And I want to say that goes faster that way. So we got 20 minutes to finish this thing out. Actually, if I have to go a little over 8, I will. I'm hitting that 300 million tonight, so help me. I'm on a mission. Absolutely on a mission. Why does it always feel the need to remind me of what the Kasaka is every time I walk in here? It's a drivable submarine. Yes, I know. I'm going to jump over to Vespucci Beach right now before I forget. Now, earlier I was mentioning Dark Viper AU. He did another video a couple weeks back that I really found interesting too, that I just watched over the weekend. He was talking about reactor video, like people who make like reaction content. And he was basically taking it to task and saying that it's garbage content that basically just robs the actual content creators. Now, I don't consider myself, to be all that great of a content creator. I mean, it's pretty easy to sit here and play a game and just stream and chat and chill with you guys. There's nothing great. Although I am trying to make some edited content that I'm going to release eventually, like stuff I put together with an actual story and point, stuff like that. And we'll see at that point whether I make decent content. But his point is people who do reaction videos, like reacting to other people's YouTube videos, is that they basically just take someone else's work and then they just play it and sit there and talk about it, and then they make a fair amount of money from doing that, especially if they're somewhat entertaining. And I never really thought much about it, and I am a fan of some React content. I mean, let's face it, it is a thing, and obviously it is popular with a lot of people. That's why there's so much of it out there, and there are some people who I think do it really well. As a 50-year-old white guy who grew up in suburbia in the 80s, one of my favorite types of React content is when black guys who are the same age as me, who were not familiar with the music that I was familiar with growing up, like Iron Maiden and Metallica and stuff, they do reaction videos to that and show themselves like seeing Iron Maiden for the first time, hearing them for the first time. And that is really entertaining to me. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool to see. And that taps into something too, doesn't it? Like, how many times have you had like a video that you really like or a song that you really like, and you play it for somebody and you want that somebody to also like it? There's some kind of a validation that comes from that, isn't there? Like, if there's a song you really like and there's somebody that you respect or someone in your life and you play it for them, you want them to like it too. And when they do, there's like a nice validation, like a connection, like a, yeah, man, isn't that awesome? Isn't that great? And I feel like that's what reaction content kind of taps into sometimes. Is it theft? I don't know. I mean, he makes a good case. He does make a good case for it. You know, I better put some body armor on because these guys are going to shoot the heck out of me when I go in here. But yeah, it was an interesting video. It's kind of long though. It's like an hour and 10 minutes. So I don't know if you guys want to check it out. I do recommend it. It was a pretty interesting take on the whole thing. I'm on the fence on it. I understand what he's saying, and maybe in some cases it's a really good point. But at the same time, I feel like there is a place for it also because it's something that people like, you know. So I can see arguments in both ways for it. But he's very unhappy with some of the creators who do nothing but react content. Just held for review. I'm going to show that. I don't know why it's asking me. I think because you used the word. I think because you used the B word is maybe why I did it. I got prompted by YouTube on that one, Donald, like whether to allow that to be seen or not. Anyways, yeah, he does complain about stuff, doesn't he? Although to be fair, so does the professional, for that matter. Like I said, the professional did that super rant the other week about he was actually doing like the Cuban cell mission where it glitched out, but he mentioned that it was also the same thing as the Titan one. Although at this point, the professional does not exclusively play Rockstar games anymore either. He's playing a lot of different games at this point. I'm kind of bummed out that he doesn't get more views. I mean, the man's got 1 million subscribers, but I feel like a lot of people don't really give his stuff a chance if he's not doing GTA stuff or Red Dead stuff. But anyways, my 2 cents. I'm a fan of his stuff. I learned a lot watching his stuff. Oh, not a big deal, Donald. I'm not too worried about the B word. I think it's... I mean, I've got this thing marked as not being for children, so I wouldn't think they would feel the need to censor that. I know I don't feel the need to, so I'm cool with it. All right. After this, we'll get the fingerprint cloner, and the cutting torch, and then the safe code, and then I'll be ready to head back to Cayo. I think I am going to end up going over 8 o'clock, but I want that 300 million, man. But did he not record the billion? Well, he didn't call it that. If you look up the professional, and make sure it's the right one, like his channel logo is like his GTA character, which wears a hockey mask, done like in a South Park style. And you'll find he has a lot of videos like money guides and stuff like that, and they're all from several years ago. Of course, they're kind of obsolete at this point, in a way. Hold on, let me return this and call my personal vehicle. Obsolete in the sense that they don't include Cayo is what I'll say about that. But as far as for what they are about, they're still very valid. Like how to do money making with crates and with other stuff. And he reviewed a lot of vehicles and stuff. But what you'll see is his live streams from a couple years ago. Wow, that was not good. I went to a weird view there. You'll see in his live streams, it'll be like hitting 300 some million legitimately and helping subs and stuff like I think that's generally the title of his streams where he was doing the $1 billion grind himself. He didn't call it the $1 billion grind the way that I did. He just kind of did it along the way without really titling it that way. Me, I'm specifically doing that. That's my focus. So he did a recap video of the stream where he hit 1 billion. Did he? Okay. I mean, it was a couple years ago. I've probably seen it already. Seriously, Lester, go away. All right. All right, come on, expanded enhanced loading screens. They made such a big deal about faster loading screens. I had to laugh when the game came out and like, now these loading screens are not any faster. In fact, in some cases, I think they're actually slower. Fingerprint cloner. We got this, the cutting torch, and then the safe code. And we'll be going back to Cayo. Wonder how many times I've done Cayo Perico. I mean, it's not just this character either. I mean, I did it a whole bunch on my Xbox One character, and I did it a whole bunch on PS4. I hit 1.2 billion today. Oh my gosh. Donald. So you've got over a billion in there. Wow. Nice. Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's another thing. Rockstar need to give tutorials for new players instead of dropping them in a world full of explosions and creepers. Yes. Dropping you naked in a world full of sniper rifles and oppressor Mark IIs. I ever tell you guys my very first experience in GTA Online? I got into the game late. I didn't actually get it until the fall of 2014. It had been out for pretty much over a year when I picked it up. And all I did at first was play story mode too. I was kind of nervous to go into online. I'd never really played GTA 4 online. I'd played GTA 4 story mode before that. But I finally made the decision to go ahead and check out the online. And this was on PS3. So this is probably like September, October of 2014. And I logged in. I created my character. Obviously, you start off with the Lamar race. And then you get segued right into the Gerald thing where you steal the product and take it back to Gerald. That's also kind of set up through Lamar. And then it starts dumping you into free roam at that point. But of course, you got to like do the haircut and buy clothes and stuff. Actually, it's buy clothes. You have to go to the clothing store or whatever to keep moving forward. But eventually, it dumps you into free mode after all the very first stuff you have to do. Okay, this is a really bad graphic going on there. Anyways, I dropped into free mode. It was nighttime. I was standing there, and I really didn't even, because I'd never been in a GTA Online environment. Like, I didn't even know that you could see the other players on the radar yet. Like, that didn't even register with me. I figured it wouldn't make sense that you could to me at the time. I was thinking, you'll just encounter other players. I also didn't know that there was a limit to the number of people who could be in the session. I assumed it was being hosted on Rockstar servers and there could be 1,000 people in the game for all I know. I was thinking of it more like a World of Warcraft or an EVE Online type of game. And I was standing there in the city and I was just kind of like trying to get my bearings, and all of a sudden I got sniped. I mean, literally within like 2 minutes, so-and-so scoped you, whoever it was. I don't even remember anymore. And I remember being kind of irritated because I'm like, man, I have no idea where this guy is. He could be anywhere. He could be on a building. He could be in. I didn't know that I could just look at the radar and see where he was. I just didn't know yet. It was my first time in the game. But that was my very first experience in GTA Online free roam. Was within 2 minutes getting sniped by some guy. What kind of guy snipes a level 1? I guess it's kind of funny, but anyway. Griefed from day one. Humble brag. Somewhere near 600 times going to the Bank of Rubio. Nice. I don't think I'm that high, but I think I am probably around 200. Between this character and the Xbox One character and my PS4 character. And I even did it a little bit on my PC character, even a few times. So I would guess I've done it over 200 times, but I don't think I'm anywhere near 600. I don't think. Honestly, I haven't counted, so I don't know how you could even calculate it. And I don't think the game tells you either. Like, there's some stuff you can see, like how many times you've done this or that. Cayo is not one of them for whatever reason. Let's get this back. And then it's cutting torch and then safe code, and we're going back. Where are we at? 750? Okay, it won't be too far past 8 when I'm done. Where are we at? 299.2 million. Yeah, this is going to put us... This is actually going to be a really nice take. It's going to be the bearer bonds, which are the second most valuable after Pink Diamond. And then I want to say we had double cocoa at the North Dock. So it's going to be a nice take. It's going to be at least 1.7 million, I would think. Plus the Elite Challenge. Are we stable? Yeah, all right. I don't want to come out and find my oppressor in the sea. Jump off the tower. My stats tells you how many times you die by falling. Okay. I think the problem is that I probably die by falling like a lot outside of Cayo even, so. Tell you how many times I've failed to open my chute because I'm trying to get close to the ground. And you just go past that point. It's just a little too late. You hit the button, chute starts to open, and splat. Makes me laugh every single time. All right, where are we going with this? I guess we're going to the place by the golf course this time. So what are gas prices like by you guys, man? We're up over $5 a gallon here at this point now. I heard some places out in the west, it's up to even like 7 or 8 or even... I don't know that for a fact, but I've heard it said. You know, my wife filled up her tank the other day, and I want to say she filled it at Costco, so it wasn't even that bad. It was like, you know, less money than the regular gas stations was, and it still cost her like $83 to fill up her tank, which is just much higher than what we're used to. I don't know how high this is going to go, but you know, I don't know, man. It's going to affect everything, though, because shipping and whatnot, you know. Basically, every single thing you buy at the store had to be shipped there first. So if these gas prices are this high, the shipping prices are going to get even higher. Let's take a look and see. Sometimes the torch is just in a weird spot. Come on, where is the torch? There's only like 2. I think there's only 2 chests left for me to look at. Yeah, there's only 1 more tool chest. And I guess I'll just head over this way to it since it's over here anyways. Upstairs, though. This is like literally the very last one I could look at. And there it is. Oh, yeah. I hate when it's in this one. Now, I got to get back up on the roof where... There we go. Get out of here. And all we got left is the... Other than that, impossible to remember. I think I made about 800 million robbing that porch. Yeah. Yeah, definitely Cayo was the greatest addition to the game that there was as far as grinding the money out, you know, like efficiently. No doubt about it. 450 where you're at. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's well, I mean, but even that's horrible, man. I mean, it was just a couple years ago. It was like it was under $2 a gallon, wasn't it? Just a couple years ago, and now it's even where you're at if it's 450, but yeah, it's over $5 here. It's like 520 or something. Unless you buy it at like Sam's Club or Costco, which they always have better prices. So I want to say that it's like 470 or 480 at those places. But at normal gas stations, it's over $5 now. And the fill-up is just ridiculous. Thankfully, I work from home, so I don't have to commute. Otherwise, we'd be spending even more on gasoline. All right, guys. Final setup for this one. Safe code. I gotta try not to screw up at Cayo when we get there to the main mission. I've been triggering the guards lately for some reason, like getting caught where I normally don't. Payphone hits are the best supplemental income. Yeah, I agree with that. During the well, it depends. It depends because remember, I AFK grind and build a product in my nightclub. So typically between a Cayo, you have like what 5 to 10 minutes before it cools down. If I've got like $1 million sale to do out of my nightclub product, well, then I will definitely do that over a payphone hit. And same thing, a bunker sale as well, because that'll net me. I'll buy product for 75, sell it for 210, so it's like $135,000 profit. Whereas payphone hit is 85,000, unless I screw up the bonus, then it's only 15. Doesn't happen often, but every now and then. I think the ones I screw up the most are the CEO one, if it's the bulldozer. Sometimes I have trouble seeing the bulldozer driver, and so I screw up the snipe, and then the bulldozer doesn't hit the guy, and so that one I've screwed up probably a few times. And then the other one is the pop star trying to run him over with the semi-truck, or trying to crash into his car with a semi-truck. He's in a sports car, and you're in a really slow-moving semi-truck. Sometimes I have trouble with that, and I get frustrated and just shoot the guy finally. So anyways, yeah, active supplement. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean then. So yeah, outside of the AFK grinding, and if it wasn't payphone hits before payphone hits came out, I would have said the best active supplement was a high-end car sale out of your import-export garage, because that can net you, on a perfect day, can net you 80,000. Obviously, that's assuming no damage when you source the car and no damage when you deliver it. So it's not always exactly 80 grand. But now that the payphone hits are out, I agree with you. That is absolutely the best way to earn money during the cooldown between Cayos. You're right about that. If you don't have any AFK product built up. All right, let's get these guys out of here. Oh, come on, Mock. There we go. Trouble getting my my target centered on his head there. 50-year-old with no thumbs, man. All right, so here we go. Hopefully he's over here. This is my favorite location for him. He is. Look at that. Yep, you're done, pal. Well, he can really take a lot of bullets, can he? Now, you kind of got to wait for this message up there to kind of go away before you walk over there, or you won't get the trigger to steal the code. Like, there we go. Okay. And my guy basically just did a Michael Jackson slide across the floor. We have the code. All right. So usually at this point, I'll just take an RPG and say goodbye. Do this payphone hits mixed with anything I do. Everything I do, it adds up. Yeah, it really does. Oh, look at this. We're in the suites area. You know, I know in a previous stream I showed all the weird glitched out doors, how you can fall through the map, and the weird glitched out stairway. But tonight I don't have time because it is 8 o'clock, so I'm just going to jump straight back to my Kasaka right now. It is fun when you end up there after that mission to go exploring in the casino a little bit. There's a few glitched out areas you can go to. It's normally supposed to put you back outside after that, but it for whatever reason, it messes up and does that sometimes. Come on, Rockstar. Expanded and enhanced loading screens. I still laugh when they released, whenever I see that ad for expanded enhanced, the first one, and they said seamless character switching. It, like, did anybody ever really think to themselves, like, man, this game needs to get better at switching between Michael and Trevor? No. I never noticed anything with character switching in the game. That was never a priority to me. But it was just funny in their ad for expanded enhanced. They made a big deal about that. I was like, well, that's kind of a weird thing to bring up, but okay. And then during his playthrough of story mode for expanded enhanced that he did the other month, the professional pointed out he would lag out when switching characters sometimes. So it wasn't even true. Rockstar, man. All right, so we'll do our normal settings here. North dock, drainage tunnel. Don't care about the escape point because we swim away like men. Daytime because I hate nighttime on Cayo. And let's go. Mr. Five, have you got a playlist or a Spotify list? Yes, actually I do. It's Stream Beats Lo-Fi, and I didn't make it. It was actually out there. If you're familiar with Alpha Gaming Channel or Harris Heller, actually they've rebranded themselves. They're not Alpha Gaming anymore. They're called Senpai now, spelled Senpai, and they own Stream Beats, which is totally copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and your streams and stuff like that. I'll admit, when I first started streaming, I just wanted something. I will admit that this music is maybe a little like off for the content that I'm producing here. I feel like it's like weird, relaxing music, and I'm like running around killing people. Let me pop this guy real quick. Got him. That was not a good angle that I had there. I didn't see him very well. But yeah, in Spotify, there is a Stream Beats playlist called Spotify Lo-Fi, and that's what I use when I play. So actually, I'm going to run and grab the other Coco first, because it's easier to take this guy out when he goes and walks through the building, and then that way he'll be in the building and nobody will find the body. There you go. He's already in there, so I'll run up behind him and pop him. It's funny, all the civilian NPCs like start screaming and running. The music is playfully ironic. Yeah. Buddy of mine was telling me, given my voice and the music selection that I have going, that I could do like the Bob Ross of GTA if I wanted to narrate my gameplay. Imagine I'm running up like on guards in the compound and be like, okay, now we're running up in this guard here, and all we really need is just the AP pistol. We don't need anything bigger. No missiles, no sniper. Just AP pistol. Little rat tat tat. There we go. Just one. He's down. See, and I could do like a Bob Ross narration as I do a Cayo heist, doing horrible acts of violence to soothing music and a calm voice narrating. Maybe I'll create a sleep stream out of that. I don't know. All right, so we got full bags, 440. That's actually not a great amount. That's like 10,000 short of what Coco can be as a max. Stream Beats has lots of genres of music. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bob Ross stole drugs and killed people. Yeah, Mr. Five, I'll tell you, if you're interested in making any kind of content, Stream Beats is definitely a great source for stuff. I mean, they released a whole bunch of stuff in the last couple years, but so some of it is maybe not all like they were very much focused on quantity and not as much on quality, but it is actually pretty decent. If you listen through, you'll find stuff that you like. Or at least I have. Anyway, I guess I can't speak for you, but I found plenty of stuff done that I like. I like this lo-fi playlist that they've got. I think it's perfect as a background to what I do here. If a little esoteric, a little weird. Zephyr. Yes, I should do the Cayo sleep stream. In fact, let's do the compound Bob Ross style, shall we? Since we're here. Okay. Okay, where's the... Oh, there it is. So now we're just going to swim gently through the ocean. See my hands? See the perfect arcs they make? See the backpack swaying to and fro on my back in the current. And now look at this beautiful color of this jet, this little cutting torch. Isn't that sparkly? Doesn't it remind you of the 4th of July? The sparkles. I can't do it, guys. It's too, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I do like the Stream Beats music though. At this point, I'm so used to it, like I wouldn't feel right. I considered maybe like just a white noise background, like a waterfall, like a constant waterfall drone. We might try that sometime. But in general, I like the lo-fi playlist from Stream Beats. Start streaming on Xbox. Good night. Help go to sleep. All right, here we go. I got to knock this out. This will put me over 300 million at this point. Whoops, I forgot to bring my view back a little bit. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't throw off my timing too much. Waiting for... Okay, he already made his right turn, or his left turn, actually. So I come up behind this guy. Boom. Or if I were Bob Ross. Boom. And we just give him a... Oh my god, I can't catch him. Give him a tap. There we go. Yeah, see, I can't maintain Bob Ross mode when I get excited. Now with this guy here, just give him a little tap. There he goes. See? Nothing more. That's all you need. I hope one of these guys drops the gate key. Oh, that guy was like looking right at me when I came around the corner. There we go. I got the gate key too. Awesome. So this is looking good. If you have the businesses to support the nightclub underneath, like if you already have the other businesses, I would upgrade the nightclub and get that going. But ultimately, you're going to want to upgrade all of them. Like I have my bunker upgraded, I have my nightclub upgraded. I even have the MC businesses upgraded, even though I didn't have to. Hey, we went from 440 to 530, so that was about 90 grand in the safe. That's actually a good safe take too from the office. You do want all the businesses upgraded, the bunker and the nightclub. And I even have my MC businesses upgraded, even though you don't need that for the nightclub. Like, as long as you have the MC businesses and you have them, like, not suspended or not, like, shut down, you don't even have to have them upgraded, and you'll still get the max value for them, for their product out of your nightclub. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 minute while I fly through these guys. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And the reason I have the MC businesses upgraded is because I did used to do those sell missions, but after the release of Cayo, I just couldn't bring myself to do them anymore. Actually, full disclosure, this past weekend I did do a cocoa sale. And of course, I got the post-op vans. So I was like, okay, nope, not doing it. 56, 30, 56, 63, 35. 56, 63, 35. 56, 63, 35. I have still never made a mistake on the safe combo yet. Okay, 1.7. Oh, I guess this is not going to be a 1.7 million take after all, because after, I guess it'll be more like 1.6. But still, it's going to be enough to put me over 300 million. So, hey, and Mr. Juggernaut's already passed, and that guy's already heading back. So we'll just kind of sneak our way out here, and we're out. All right. Come on. Oh, this thing. You know, I haven't held back on the complaining at this stream, so I'll just make one more. I'm so sick of this cutscene. I really am. It was funny right at first, and it got old really, really fast, and at this point, it's actually just painful. All right, let's pop this guy. Take a nap, sir. Thank you for the cycle. And let's get the heck out of here. Go up here, get to the top of the hill. I look at the palm tree out in the distance, and I go just to the right of it as I head up the hill and jump out to the water. Whee. Do a little flip in the air. Put on my mask. I feel like that would probably break your neck if you did that in real life. So there's a lot of things we do in this game that would break your neck if you did it in real life, though. So nothing out of the ordinary for this game there. And have a good night at work from the desk of doom. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping by, sir. I appreciate you joining and taking part. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what the final take is. Oh, Donald, I didn't ask you. What platform do you play on, man? You know, like PC, PS5, Xbox? And are you on Expanded and Enhanced? I guess if PC, the answer to that will be no. But if you're on PS5 or Xbox Series, you may be. So it's going to be 1.63. Okay. $300 million, Zeffy, not 200. There you go. Yep, you got it. 200 million was a couple weeks ago. PS5 and on Expanded and Enhanced. Nice, nice. I feel like the real benefit of Expanded and Enhanced was the vastly improved graphics, like out in the distance. Like stuff out in the distance doesn't hurt my eyes anymore. Like it's not all pixelated and shimmery and stuff. And I've got friends that still play on the previous generation of the game. And so I still have my account in there. And when I go and play with them, it literally hurts my eyes for a little bit at first to even look at it. Zeffy has 11 million on PS4, and you have everything. Nice, man. All right, so let's. Actually, I'm gonna go straight to my Kasaka again. Oh, you know what? No, I can't because I do want to buy. You know what? I need to buy the next Cayo when the cooldown happens. I don't want to miss out on hard mode. So maybe we'll have to do a payphone hit. But where are we at? We're at 300,860,000. We're almost at 301 million. So yes, we did hit the 300 million for this stream. 15 minutes past ready to stop. But you know what? I do want to do a payphone hit real quick. Just as I'm waiting for the Cayo cooldown, because I do need to buy it when it cools down and get the hard mode. Otherwise, well, you guys know, if you don't get hard mode, you miss out on some money. Oh, wait. Well, what do we got here? Do we have an export vehicle? We do. Look at that. Okay, these NPCs are in my way. So, exotic exports. If you guys have watched my stream for a while, you know I like habitually do these. These are one of my favorite things to do. Not that they're all that valuable time-wise, but for some reason I like hunting things down, and like it's kind of like a scavenger hunt game to me. You know what I mean? And sometimes when I'm chilling out in the game, I won't even be grinding. I will. Oh, come on. The NPCs, man. Come on. They're so lame with that. Anyways, sometimes I will get on my oppressor and actually just fly around and I will hunt down all 10 of these exotic export vehicles. It's just something that's, I don't know, it's like kind of fun and relaxing to do. So when I see one, I always... Yep, and yes, Donald, that's exactly correct. Since I was heading to the docks for my payphone hit anyway, because I always do payphone hits from the docks, it was absolutely worth it to do the exotic export because it just takes me where I was going anyway. And, you know, they really need to cut that crap out, man. I'm so sick of that coding that makes those NPC cars do that to you. And what's funny is if you try to miss the NPC cars, by the way, like they will adjust to keep themselves in your path. So if you're trying to go real fast through an intersection and you try to speed in front of them, they will go so fast that you won't be able to get by them. If you're like, okay, fine, I'm going to let them go, and you hit your brakes to let them go by so you can just go on through behind them, they'll brake and they'll just basically, they will even come to a complete stop in front of you, just whatever it takes to block you. For like that's literally how they're coded and how they're designed, and it's so freaking annoying. Anyway, it's funny too, though. It does make me laugh sometimes. I've had some horrible accidents because of it, though. Yeah. Yeah, payphone hits are, like Donald said, it's the best supplement to the Cayo, absolutely. Just a quick 85 grand, assuming you do it right. Worst case scenario, 15 grand. LA traffic is like that in real life. Oh, man. You know what, though? You are right. I have been to California. Obviously, I don't live in California, but I've been to California and I've been to the LA area. And driving in it one time, I noticed people were like insanely impatient. Like, I guess the memory I have the most of driving in California in the LA area, and mind you, this is like almost 20 years ago now, but I remember it still. I was sitting at a stoplight at an intersection, and the light turned green. And I mean, literally, it had just turned green. I didn't even have the time to, take my foot off the brake and go to the accelerator. And the car behind me just started like honking, like absolutely enraged that I hadn't moved yet. Like the light was green, you haven't moved. And believe me when I tell you, it's not like it hadn't even been like 2 seconds yet, and he was already honking because I wasn't rolling forward. So that's my memory of California driving in the LA area, is how impatient the people were. They were really, really, really impatient. And I was like, wow, man, relax. I was in Northern Cali, homeless. Like LA a lot. Northern Cali is what, by like Sacramento and stuff? Look at the target a taxi and drown them. All right. Well, this is pretty easy. It's a little more time consuming because you have to drive out to the water, but it's when I was 18. I know a good friend of mine. He's an attorney. He's someone that I did a lot of work for, like for his computers and stuff. He lived in the Sacramento area, and his wife was a judge, I think, too, out there at one point. Anyways, they ended up moving away from California just in the last year or two, couple years. And he said it was insane. He said how many homeless people there are in that area now. Like if you drive around Sacramento and you go down like a certain highway into downtown or whatever, it's just like tents for miles and miles and miles. Look at that guy, man. Are you kidding me with that? Anyways, it's unbelievable the amount that's there. It's like if you haven't seen it, it's hard to imagine. And I've never seen like a homeless tent city before, so I don't know really what it looks like. But well, I mean I've seen images of it, but not live. But he said it's really become a huge issue there, and no solution in sight apparently. They don't know what's going to happen with all that. I mean, that can't go on forever. I wouldn't think it could. I suppose it could, but it's unfortunate. Capital of Washington. Planning a trip to Hawaii, and my mom wants me to take my brother. I'm assuming from the emoji you put along with that you do not want to take him. LA made housing for homeless, but there's still a lot of homeless in LA. Yeah, it's a problem, man. I don't know what the solution is though. It's just it's such a big problem. Like it's not just a few people, man. I mean, it's like is it millions at this point? I don't know. It's tons. It's huge. This is not where I wanted to be, actually. I want to go down by the airstrip. I'm supposed to drown this guy, right? And I think that's what it is. Be a million homeless just in LA. Just in LA. So that's not counting like Sacramento and stuff then too, where it's also a big issue. Okay, here we go. I can drown him here. How casually we say that. I can drown him here. All right. Cool. Got the 85. And what is the extra 20 for? Oh, the exotic export. I forgot about that. All right, we'll deposit that. We got to be getting close to cooldown time for when I can start the next Cayo. I'm going to deposit this real quick. So yeah, we're almost to 301 million here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump sessions into my Kasaka again. Get him, Bob Ross. Million homeless. Every other trip would have been okay, but I'm not going to babysit for 2 weeks in Hawaii. It's our own little city downtown near the LA River. Yeah, it's insane. You have enough money in GTA to give to homeless. Yeah, really. All right, come on, loading screens. The expanded and enhanced loading experience. Vastly improved over previous versions of the game. Not. Donald, if you're an older guy, you remember that? Not about everything. It used to be big in the late 80s. I want to say it started with Anthrax and I'm the Man, which was a very funny song. the Knot Man. All right. Do I play any other games? I do, actually, just not on YouTube at the moment. But I am planning a series, like I said. Well, maybe I didn't say it to you. One of the other games that I play a lot of is actually on my PS3. It's NCAA Football 14 because I like to play Dynasty mode as a coach and like take small programs and build them up to like national championship caliber teams. And I'm actually planning a series with that. Kind of like if you've ever seen Not the Expert. You know, he did like his Pandas, his UGF Pandas series. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that or not. It's actually a great series. He created a fictional school and turns them into like a big powerhouse football program in NCAA football. It's kind of like that, but I'm going to use real schools, and I've got my own spin on it. I'm much more recruitment oriented than he is. He's much more play oriented. But I've been actually kind of toying with the idea of a series based on something like that. But I do play that game outside of, you know, when I'm streaming or doing YouTube stuff. And I do play EVE Online sometimes, although not very much recently. But admittedly, GTA 5 is the game that I play the absolute most. No question about it. I play this game more than any other game. So that is true. I am 51 and an old metalhead, as a matter of fact. Nice. All right. Well, good to have a guy with a common background here. So yeah, you're basically my age and grew up with the same stuff. So you remember a time when long hairs ruled the world. Playing the new Madden that brought John Madden back to the cover. You know, I installed Madden. In fact, I think, let me just look. Do I still have it in my, how do I view my darn games? I had Halo Infinite. I tried that a little bit. I guess it's my games and apps, right? I thought I must have uninstalled it. I tried the Madden game and I didn't care for it all that much. I was also disappointed with Forza Horizon. But anyway, yeah, I do need to find probably some more games. But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here because I am at like 8:30. I've got to work in about a half hour, and I still got to grab some food and stuff. But yep, we're at 300, almost 301 million. So we've hit the 300 million mark, and I am happy for that. I knew we would do it today. 30% of the way to the billion. So we'll keep on marching on. I may stream on Wednesday. I'm not sure. Like I said, I did want to spend some time working on recorded content too. But for sure, I'm streaming on Friday night, barring any unforeseen circumstances. And Friday night, I do plan on opening it up a little bit, maybe doing some free roam stuff and whatever. That's always the plan. I know I didn't end up doing that this past Friday, but definitely want to have some fun after we get the normal grind out of the way. So hopefully you guys will be available and in the mood to come and chill and hang out and do stuff. If not, I understand. But as always, everybody, wait, did I jump out of? I did. Okay. Here's my AFK grind. Basically, I stare at Pavel for like 24 hours now. But anyways, everyone, thank you very much for joining. I very much appreciate it. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great game.